I think I'm live. Yeah, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. Today we're gonna continue working on our Twitter clone, and we're continue developing new features for it. So before that, let's have a look at what we managed to build in the previous two episodes. So in the first episode, we developed the UI. If you didn't see that, I recommend go back and check it out. There is also like the source code in the description if you want to check it out. So yeah, we are using Expo, and we created the projects from scratch. That's everything in the video. And here we can see the tweets and also the page for creating a tweet. In the second video, we connected everything with a backend, and these tweets are already coming from the backend. For that, we are using AWS Amplify, and our backend is on AWS. I'm gonna try to show you the AWS resources that we are using for this one. Damn, this noise outside is annoying. Sorry guys if you can hear it. So AWS Amplify console, and yeah, it opened in another window. Yeah, we are using from Amplify, we are using authentication. So the first time when you open the application, you will be required to authenticate, and all the components are provided by Amplify. Also, we are using the API, which is a GraphQL API, and we can view it here. With all the with the schema, with all the types and everything, with tweets, and yeah. For more details, I'll not get into a lot of details right now. You can check out the previous video where we implement and I go into more in-depth details. Hello guys, hello, how are you doing? Where are you coming from? I see there are some people from Moldova, from Romania. Hello guys. I'm glad that you're here. Catalina is asking to upload the projects on GitHub. Yeah, they're already on GitHub. You can check the link in the description of a project. So usually after the live stream, I publish all the commits, all the changes on GitHub. Yep. So what do we want to do today? Our plan for today is to implement the like buttons. So whenever we press like, we will like. If the post is already liked, we will dislike. And all this information is not going to be just in application, but it's going to be connected with our backend. And we'll also be able to know for a post which users liked it. That's the first step. And the second one, I want to implement uploading images, because right now we can see that there is an image, but we did it like in a very hacky way, by just inserting an image URL in our tweet. So basically you're not uploading an image, you just set an image URL and we display that. So I want to change this one from first picking an image from your gallery, and after that it will upload the image to Amazon S3. S3 is the storage solution from Amazon. And we keep that image in the storage, and we get a URL for that image. And whenever we want to display, we use that URL and we display it in our feed. So yeah, that's the basic plan for today. Shall we get started? Yeah, let's go. Let me prepare something. Okay, so let's check our code. The first thing, we will start with liking a tweet. So the first thing that we need to think about is how our schema will look like. So the schema is like how our database and like the data is structured, and we can find it in Amplify, backend, API, and schema.graphql. So our schema currently looks very simple. So we have a user model which has like ID, username, name, email, and so on. And we also have a tweet model which has like, again, like the content, image, a relationship with a user, to know like who posted this tweet. This is how we are displaying like the user avatar. Yeah, this is not the avatar, and the names of the users are not hard-coded. They are coming from the backend. It's just because we have only one user in our database that it looks that all of them are coming from the same user. So right now we need to add the likes. And if we think about the likes, the likes are a many-to-many relationship between user and tweets. And why? Because one user can like multiple tweets, and one tweet can be liked by multiple users. So whenever we have like a many-to-many relationship, we need to include a new intermediate object that will hold a key to each separate part of a relationship. For example, it will hold a key to the user to know like who is liking this, and a key to the tweet to know which tweet the user is liking. Yeah, and for that, let's create a new type which will be called like, and it's gonna be a model. But for this like, we don't need queries, so we're gonna disable generating queries for it, because we will query directly from the tweet the likes. This is how it is done in GraphQL, easier. So yeah, we have model, and we also need the keys that it will have. So the first key will be will have a name by user, and it will have fields, yeah, user ID. This is the first key, and as I said, we need two keys to represent the many-to-many relationship, and the second one will be called like by tweet. It's not actually by tweet, it's for tweet, but let's keep it consistent. So the fields here will be tweet ID. Yep. So now we need to define what fields this model will have. So the first thing is, of course, ID, which is of type ID and is required. The second one is user ID. It's again an ID. Then will be tweet ID. And we need now to model the relationships. Here, like whenever we call user, we will return the user model, like this one. And we set it as a connection to using fields. And what fields we will use for the connection? We will use the user ID field to know like how to connect a like with a user. We take the user ID from the like schema, we match it with an ID from the user schema, and that's how we know which like is from which user. Yeah, the same thing we need to do with a tweet, which will return a tweet, and also a connection with fields, tweet ID, this one. yeah, this will work, but let's add a bit of optimization, because these keys will be the secondary keys for the DynamoDB table. So in order to search faster, we will add for the fields both user ID and tweet ID, but we will add it like in different orders, because for by user we need firstly to index the table by user ID, and after that by tweet ID. And when we want to search by tweet, we need to index the table. We need to work with an index on tweet ID, and after that on user ID. Okay, this is our like model, and now we need for each tweet to be able to receive the list of user who liked it. So we will say like likes is a list of users, which will be again a connection, key name, like which key name we will use. It's gonna be this key name by tweet, and the fields, like local fields, like on which local field we need to match it, it's gonna be ID. Okay, yeah, I think that's everything we need. We could also add a field likes to the user to know for each user what tweets did he like. If we will need that, we will add it in future, but I think at the moment like we don't need that functionality in our application. So yeah, I think that's it. Let me make sure connection by tweet. Okay. Yeah, right now let's try to push these changes to AWS Amplify push, and we'll wait a bit. So updating the API, yes. Key by tweet does not exist for model user. Oh yeah. Likes is not an array list of users, but it's an array of like model. Yeah, I mistyped it there. I forgot to make a coffee. So bad. So do you want to update code for your updated GraphQL API? Yes, of course. And yep. Now we will wait until Amplify will update all the resources on AWS. It will take a couple of minutes. Yep, it's updating. Okay, something is complete, but not everything. Okay, we can prepare like and see where we'll need to make the changes, because whenever we press on this like button, we need to call a mutation and create a like and submit it to our backend that will create this like in our database. So this is our tweet model, tweet component. So we go into components, tweet, then in the main container, and it's in the footer. So we open the index file from here, and we see that like this this view is the heart icon. Like we have icon here, we have a number here, but we don't display anything because there is no number of likes on our tweet model. So yeah, we can already start working on it and attach click listener for every time we click on this icon. So first of all, let's replace the simple braces with curly braces, add the return statement like this. Yeah, and let's add const. A function will be like on like. It will be probably an async function because we need to work with the network. And here let's console warn like pressed. Okay, like pressed. The next thing that we need to do is whenever we need click listeners, we should put our view or our icon in this case inside the touchable, and there are multiple touchables like opacity. What are others? I forgot. Yeah. So touchable opacity, then we can import touchable opacity from React Native and assign on press the function that we created on like. Let's save. It refreshed, so whenever we press, we see liked press. And that's for every tweet. Okay, that's gonna be useful for us because once our Amplify finished generating all the code, so right now we can start working on creating this like. So whenever we press on the like button, it will create the like on our backend. So for running a mutation, running a mutation will help us create something in GraphQL. And to do so, first of all, we need to import API and GraphQL operation from AWS Amplify. Here we go. Yeah, and after that we also need to import the, let me just put this a bit lower because I like all the libraries to be imported on top, and after that something from source files, like from our files. It's easy to maintain it like this. And after that we need to import the actual mutation, and we can find that mutation in source mutations, and we can search create like. Yeah, here is the GraphQL mutation. It contains like all the input, the calling the GraphQL create operation, and so on. So let's import that one from that file. It's gonna be like a lot of back and then source, not yet. Here, yeah, source, GraphQL, mutations, and we need to import create like. We saw that here. Yep, we create like. The other thing is whenever we create a like, we need to pass, let me show you here in schema. We need to pass a user ID and a tweet ID as variables, as inputs. So for user ID, we can take this from our auth library that is also provided by Amplify. So let's first of all go and import it as well from AWS Amplify. This is auth And I would like to fetch the current logged in user when this component mounts, and to keep it in state, so we will be able to use it later on without always asking the auth to get the current user. So for that we will have like a state user, set user, use state null, and we import use state from React. Then we need a use effect because we need to run something when the component mounts. So to do that, we declare a use effect and send as second parameter an empty array. And by doing that, by sending the second parameter as empty array, we make sure that this use effect runs only the first time that the component mounts and doesn't run when we update that component. So that's exactly what we need. So here we will declare a function fetch user, and we do that just because we cannot have asynchronous code directly in use effect. So we declare a synchronous function and we call it in the use effect. We do that, and here we just call fetch user. So const user will be await of not get user, but how is it called? Current authenticated user, like this, and then we can say set user. We need to import the use effect first of all and save. Why it takes so much time? Okay. I hope that it actually says the user correctly. We will test it a bit later and make sure that it's doing everything as expected. So right now we have a user, which means that we have a first part user ID, and the tweet ID we can take it from the tweet object that we receive here. So unlike, let's remove this one and let's put everything into a try catch, because here we will call a mutation which runs on a network, and we want to make sure that everything is safe. So let's declare the like object that will send as input, and here we have like user ID, which will be user dot attributes dot sub. This is how the uniquely identified ID is stored in authentication, like incognito. Sorry guys for this noise. So what's going on here? Binding elements, attributes, okay, here is equal sign. And tweet ID will be tweet dot tweet dot ID. And here we await API dot GraphQL. Let's just take the GraphQL, send here GraphQL operation, and what operation we want to do? We want to do the create like operation. And what inputs we want to give? We want to give these inputs that we just created. Inputs like. Another thing is, let's just make sure that user is not null before going here. So if user is null, then let's just return. Also, we probably can take this out of a try because it will never fail. Yeah, something like this. Let's save. Open our yeah, here our logs and let's try to, but no, let's do one more thing. Let's assign this to a variable response, and let's console log it to be able to see what did it create. So let's go here, let's press on a like, and yeah, we see the response, create like, it has an ID, it has a tweet, and the tweet is hello world, is this one. It has a user ID, tweet ID, and all the good stuff. So yeah, that's actually very good. And we can, if we go to our API, let's write Amplify console API. I already had it there, but I want to show you how you can access it. Here it will ask GraphQL, we press enter, and it will open our GraphQL API on AWS. And here in the queries, let's close that one to have a bit more space. So in the queries, let's say list tweets. In the items, we select content to be able to see, and in the likes, we expand the likes, and here we check the username to be able to see who liked that tweet. And let's run this query. Okay, the first one, content hello, is this tweet. It doesn't have any likes. We see an empty array. Second one is check out this image. It doesn't have any likes. And when we go to the third one, the content is hello world, is that one that we just liked. Then we can see that in the likes, we see the like object with username, and we know who liked it. Yeah, I'm that type of person that likes his own tweets. Yeah, by the way, guys, follow me on Twitter if you didn't already. I don't post there a lot, but I'll try. I never like understood Twitter like as an application. I mean, like as a community, probably. Yeah. So we managed to submit a like. Now, whenever we read a tweet, we need to check if we already like this tweet. So, how do we do that? Okay, let's close this one. The first thing is let's go to the source GraphQL queries and see the query for list tweet. And in the likes, we see that Amplify generated this query that will only query the next token. However, if we look at the get tweet for the likes, it has the next token, but it also queries the items. And actually, we also need these items to be able to see who liked that whenever we list tweets, for example, in the feed. So we will copy that from the above and paste it in the likes here. Yeah, we'll probably not need created at, updated at, and tweet ID. But yeah, let's keep it there. So we updated this list tweets query to return us all the likes. Then let's go and console log here the tweet that we receive. Let's save, go to our here. Yeah, here we can see console logged all the tweets. I will try to find, yeah, this one, hello world. We see that it has likes, which has like items, which is an array of likes. That's what we need, and we will loop through all the likes that the tweet has, and we will check if the user ID matches our user ID, which will mean that we liked that tweet. Dylan, awesome, let's go. Hello, thanks for joining. Yeah, so as I was saying, let's go here, and so let's drink some water. Daniel, hello. Loop them. Yeah, I will loop everything that I can. So let's keep in state also the our like my like, set my like, and this will have the like object that is ours, like our like for this post, and it will be null if we didn't like this post. And let's do use state, and in the beginning it will be of course null. So the first thing that we can do already is say my name here. Whenever we create a like, here we can already set that newly created like as our like, and we will be able to display a different heart icon. So set my like is equal to response. How was that? Oh yeah, response dot data dot create like, and this will be the newly created like. What we can do with that, we can use this object, this state my like, and display a different icon in our UI. So here we can say that if my like is null, which means that I didn't like this post, we will display a simple heart icon. Heart O means outline. Otherwise, we will display just a heart without outline, which will be filled. Let's do the same with the color. So basically, if my like is null, then the icon will be gray. But if I liked it already, the icon will be red. Let's save and hope that that it will work. So let's like this post. Yeah, we see right away that the like button is red. However, whenever we will reload this, for example, let's add something here, save. It shouldn't. Okay, yeah, because it's smart reload and it keeps the state there. But whenever we will hard reload this application, it will not display, because, for example, this one is also liked in the database, but it doesn't display. So that means that whenever we receive a user, no, at the beginning of when the component mounts, and we already know who is the authenticated user, we need to check if the tweet likes contains a like from this user. So let's search like will be tweet dot likes dot items dot find, and here, yeah, like, and here we need to declare like a function that will check if a like is our like. So like dot user ID, if it's equal to user. Let's change this one to current user, because we override the user from state. So current user dot attributes dot sub. We can probably, yeah, split it into 2 lines. And then let's set it as my like, because if it doesn't find it will be null. So we save, and we should see that this hello world is also displayed with red. So let's save. Yeah, it's displayed with red. I'm not sure why this one is not displayed with red. Let's check the data in AWS AppSync. Not here. Yeah, here. Let's do the query. The first one is hello, and it has this like. Why? I don't know. That's very strange. Let's try to rerun the application and see if the same thing persists. Yeah, we can close it. Come on, come on. No. Yeah, let's close it. Open Expo and open Twitter clone. Yeah, now we see that the first tweet is liked. This one is also liked because they are liked in the database. And whenever we press like on a new tweet, it is displayed as liked. What is the next step? The next step is now if we will press no, let's first of all display the number of likes, because we are missing that one, and after that we will implement deleting a like. So let's again keep that in our state. Likes count, set likes count. And in the beginning it will be equal to tweet.likes.items.length. And we can display it here, likes count. And one more thing, whenever we like a post, we should also increase the number of likes. Set likes count to likes count +1, and it will update our UI with a newly, yeah, we can see here likes count is 1, this one is 0, this one is also 0. We press like, we see that it's 1. All right, that's good. That's good. Now, as we have shown the likes, we can create a like. Let's go and check if we already liked this post. Then we want to remove that like if we press on it. So that way we can, yeah, dislike. I mean, take our like back if we did it by accident. So how we're gonna do it? I would actually split it into two functions, and we'll copy all this logic that is related to creating a like to a new function here, const create like. Again, will be asynchronous, and we put all the logic here, and we will have a new delete like function. Create like, oh, I don't think that's a good idea, because our mutation is called create like. Yep, that's not a good idea. Let's call it submit or new like. No, okay, submit is okay. Okay, so we need a new function delete like, or yeah, I'm not sure how is the mutation called. From the mutation we will need the delete like, and yeah, it's called delete like mutation. That means that we will not be able to call here delete, but let's do it remove. And what we want to do in the remove, let's add the try catch. E. And here we want to await API.GraphQL operation delete like, and for the input, yeah, let's give it the input as my like. Actually, we only need to send the ID, but my like will contain everything, like ID of a like, ID of a user, ID of a tweet, everything. So I'm not sure if that will work, if it will pick only the ID that it needs, because actually we would do, no, let's try it like this. If it fails, we will be able to change. So we need to delete this like. After that, we set likes count to likes count -1, and set my like to null, because we just removed it. Okay. Now we need to call this function in the onLike. And what will be the logic if we didn't, if my like is null, which means that we didn't like this post yet. Someone is writing, looks awesome, I'll try and start this in an hour or so, learning React basics and such. Yeah, thank you very much for joining and watching. Good luck with the build. Let me know in the comments if you ever get stuck. I always try to help you guys whenever you get stuck and when you have problems. So feel free to write in the comments whenever you need help. And yeah, good luck. That's actually the best way to learn something, by doing real projects. Because if you follow too much tutorials, you have a chance to fall out in a tutorial trap and always looking only at the tutorials, but you actually need to build something to master a library, a language, technology, whatever. Are you using Apollo client for the GraphQL? No, in this project I'm not using Apollo client because Amplify comes with its own client. Yeah, you import it as API from Amplify. However, I'm using Apollo client in my startups project, Fitinium, and yeah, I have a pretty interesting relationship with Apollo. I really love it whenever it works, but whenever it doesn't, I go crazy and hate it. And yeah, but most of the time Apollo does its magic behind the scenes, everything is good and you love it. But whenever you try to do some crazy stuff, like I'm doing, I think already 2 weeks, I am working on a feature to be able to work with Apollo locally. So yeah, that's driving me crazy, man. You're stoked, you need help? Okay, call me after the stream, bro. So where are we at here? So if my like is null, that means that we want to submit a like because it's a new like, and we want to wait. Else we want to remove a like, and we also need to wait. And let's save. Now let's hope that it works. I don't like this one. So let's have a look. Okay, it creates a new like. If we go here, if we press hello, what happened there, bro? Errors. Type variables input contains a field name user ID that is not defined for the input. Yeah, that's what I was saying. We provided too much information to the API, and he said like, no, give me only the things that I need, which means that he needs only ID, my like.id. I will go ahead and close this because I'm not sure what data it has there. My like, possibly null. But whenever we go here, we checked if my like is true, so it's not gonna be null here. Yep. So yeah, let's check this like. Yeah, it probably works. To double check that, let's go into console here, run the query, and for the first one, hello, it doesn't have any likes. Whenever we press run again, it has a like from Vadim. That's true for everything. So yeah, that's how you implement liking with backend. And yeah, everything is working now. Super cool. So likes are done. Next step. What is the next step, guys? Uploading media, uploading photos to S3. Oh, but before that, give me just 1 minute. I need to visit a very important place that I wanted to visit for quite some time. So I'm gonna be there, guys. Hello. Yeah, I'm ready. So the next step would be Yeah, whenever creating a tweet, we can insert here the image URL, and it will be of course displayed here. But that's actually not the best approach to do that, because yeah, whenever we create a post, we want to choose a photo from our phone, and it should upload it to somewhere on the servers and then display it in the tweet. So for that, we're gonna use AWS S3 as a storage solution for the photos and display them, yep, whenever we need, like query them. So yeah, let me gather my thoughts and remember what we have to do. I didn't work a lot with the storage solution for AWS Amplify, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but it's nothing hardware. And of course, every time we need to add a new service into Amplify, we're gonna call Amplify add storage. It will ask us a couple of questions, like what type of content we will need, like images, audio, video, or NoSQL database. We're gonna go with content. Please provide a friendly name for your resources that will be used to label this category in this project. I don't know, Twitter clone. Provide the bucket name. Twitter clone. And bucket names are unique globally, like, and probably Twitter clone is already taken. And let's say okay, who should have access to the images? Only authenticated users. What kind of access do you want for authenticated users? So the authenticated users will be able to, let's do create and read, and prevent users from deleting images. Even though they will be able to delete tweets, it's not the best idea to give access to users to delete. Do you want to add lambda triggers? No. And now let's go and publish and push these changes to AWS. So it gives, yeah, storage create, authentication no change, API no change, yes. Let's go. Hello, Lera, hello. Sometimes I'm very fast whenever I need. Okay, so we're gonna wait. It usually takes a couple of minutes to create all the resources on AWS, to set them up the bucket, like S3 bucket, where all our files and images will be stored. Let's check our schema and see. Yeah, for the tweet we have image. It's actually not gonna be image, it's gonna be the image key, that, like, the key of the image in that bucket. But we're not gonna change it right now. We're gonna go with image, but we will know that this image will be the key of the image. Yeah, it created all the components here. That's good. That's good. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is to replace this input field with a button that will open our gallery and make us choose a photo, pick a photo. And for that we're gonna use Expo image picker. We can go in the documentation and have a look at how we can install it. So the first thing, we need to install it using Expo install. Let's copy that and install it. Let's close everything that we will not need probably. And open our screens and new tweet screen. This is where we're gonna work. Yep. So let's go and check the example. Yeah, the first thing that we see is we need to ask permission from the user to, because not all the application are able to get the photos by default. The user should allow the application to read the camera roll. So that's why we need to, at the beginning, to ask for the permission. So let's copy this part, put it here somewhere. We need to set as const platform. We import platform from React Native. Permissions, we import permissions from the Expo permissions. Expo permissions. Yeah, with the permission, that's it. So we need to get this permission when the component mounts. For that we're gonna use effect and call get permission async, and here we'll pass an empty array to call this effect only the first time that the component mounts. So let's save. Use effect is not defined, of course, because we didn't import it. Now will it be defined? Let's go here. Oh, what is your theme in VS Code? This is actually not VS Code, this is WebStorm. So yeah, but if you're asking what is the theme in my WebStorm, is material darker. You can see it here at the bottom. So it didn't ask us for the permission because I already gave it permissions before that. I'm not sure if I'll be able to delete. No, I don't think I'll be able to delete the application to show you the first time that you will open it will ask you the permission, but that's pretty straightforward, so you will see it yourself if you're following. Okay. And okay, the permissions, we got the permissions. Then let's copy this pick image function and paste it in our code here. I will rename it, I'll say const pick image without that underscore. What else do we need? Image picker. We need to import the image picker from Expo image picker that we just installed. Let's go and do that at the top here. Okay, it has image picker, media type, quality. Instead of this set state, we will work with the set image URL because we are using use state hook, so it's a bit different here. And we're gonna send result.uri. Then we can safely delete this state. Okay, console log result, errors. Okay, let's now, I think that's it with the pick image. We need to assign this function on press on some button on our icon. Let me have a look at how Twitter is doing. But we can just simply, put the text there just for showing. Here we will need a touchable. I forgot how to write touch. Touch, like this. Touchable. Let's go with opacity also. And here add text or an icon. Yeah, let's go with a text. Choose pick an image. And on press, we need to call the pick image. Let's save and let's have a look. This is the pick image. And let's give some styles. Pick image. So what styles do I want to give? I don't know. Color, colors dot light dot tint, and to have it with black, blue, and maybe a bit bigger size. Font size 16 or even 18. Yeah, pick image. Let's press, and we see that it redirects us to choose the image from our gallery. Okay, we pick it, and we see that the URL of the image was set to in the state, and because we are displaying this state in our text input, we see the URL here. But now let's, instead of displaying it into a text input, let's display it into a image. So let's remove this text input and display it in an image. Source will be URI image URL. Close the component. Equal sign, I forgot, of course. And some styles. Styles dot image. So width will be 150 pixels. Height will be 150. Okay, yeah, we see it here. For the PK image, let's add some vertical margin 10 to have some space between the image and the text. Vertical margins. Vertical margin vertical. Yeah. So yeah, we have some space. If we choose another photo, it will be replaced here. So we have a possibility to choose an image from our gallery. Now, before submitting the tweet, we need to upload this image to S3. That's basically yeah, where we store our files in cloud on AWS. All right. So pick image. Yeah, let's declare a new function, const upload image. It will upload image to, yep, S3. So we need to get we know the URL of the image, but in order to submit it, we need the image in the blob format. So for that, yeah, let's do it into a try catch. So the first thing that we will fetch this this URL, this image. So we'll use fetch image URL. Then we need the blob, this image in blob format, dot blob, and after that we will upload this blob to storage. Before that, we need to import the storage from AWS Amplify. So const response from the storage will be await storage dot put just put. The first thing will be the key. The first thing will be the key that we will generate shortly as random, as a random name, because if we just take the name of a picture, the pictures will live in the same, like, think about the folder in AWS, so it might conflict with other people's images. So for example, if you upload an image that on your phone is called car.jpg, and another person will upload the same image car.jpg, it will override the same image. So we need to the key will be random generate, which we'll do shortly. Okay, it's gonna be randomly generated, but we also need to end it with dot the extension of a file. Extension. Come on, I need only one. Okay, like this. And the extension, we need to take it from the image URL, and we need to split. We need to split the image URL based on the dot and take the last part, and that's our extension. So const URL parts will be image URL dot split based on dot, and extension will be URL parts, the last one, at URL parts dot length -1. So before that, let's console log the extension to be sure that we are taking it properly. Let's comment this out, and we need to call upload image. We need to call upload image before posting the tweet. So yeah, let's do it here. Upload image. And for now, let's return, not to execute anything after that, because we are not done yet. So let's check our logs. Press tweet, and we need to see the extension JPEG. Okay, that's actually good. Yep, we have an extension. Looks like material dark. Yeah. I said already it's material dark. Oh, hi Alexandra. How are you doing? For the random generated, we will use a library called Uid. So UUID. Let's install it. And we will import it like this, and this will give us a randomly looking string. It's not randomly looking, it's based on time, and yeah, that's very good for the IDs. So let's go and install the UID, yarn add UUID, like that. Yep. We will import it here. And we will UUID v4, then dot, this will be the name of a file, dot, and then extension. Okay, so the result will be, we already have a key, then the blob, key blob, and what else? Yeah, probably that's it. I'm not sure if, probably we need to also send the content type, the headers, but let's check what is doing with this console. Log response. So we don't need to console log extension. Okay, let's save. Let's check our logs and try to upload the image. Okay, we have an image. If we press tweet, it will try to upload it to S3. Does it do anything? Object key? Yeah, it uploaded, and it gave us the key back, which is good. So if we go to our AWS and go to S3, let's try to see if it actually uploaded the image. So Twitter clone, this one, public, and here we can see the image. If we download, we will see that it's the same image as this one. Very good. That means that we managed to upload image to S3. Now we need to somehow link that image URL, like the image key, with a tweet object. So upload the image. Here we need to return the key. So let's return key. We don't need the response. We will return the key, and we can take it here. So first of all, we should check if we need to upload an image. If image URL is not null, because we can also upload a tweet without the image. Let's declare the variable for the image. and say image will be equal to upload the image. Now let's real quick console log image to be sure that till now we did everything correctly, and we expect this to console log the key of the image uploaded. So let's refresh, go here, tweet, should be some numbers.jpg. Let's wait. Yeah, some numbers.jpg. Okay, that's good. Now we will be able to take this image that we just console logged and assign it to the new tweet. Image equal to image, and that actually can be simplified just image. Now let's remove a return. And here let's return nothing, or no, it's even better, like okay, let's try now. Tweet, it will upload the image to S3, then it will assign to the tweet in the database that key. So we need to go to our API and see that the new tweet has an image with that key. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but just let's go to Amplify console API. What will be returned if upload fails? Yeah, that's what I thought here. Like we will try to simulate a failed probably later. Yeah, I don't know, like it depends like what we want to do. If it failed, we can stop uploading the tweet and not upload it at all and show an error that it failed to upload the tweet. Maybe we can submit the tweet without the image. Yeah, it depends like what we want to achieve. Why didn't, okay, yeah, I need to press enter. We need the list of tweets. Okay, we don't need any likes. Where is them? Don't have enough space. Okay, I think it's easier here. So we don't need any likes. However, we will need image. Yeah, just image. So let's check this out. The last tweet. Test new images. Let's try it again. I'm not sure if it uploaded. Choose tweet. Let's wait because it takes some time to upload the image. And let's run right now list tweets, and it's gonna be I'm not sure why I don't see it. Cancelled false. Source URI should not be an empty string. It's not posting the new tweets at all. Or what am I doing wrong? No, this one. No, it has this one with empty content, which uploaded the key, and it has these test images. It's just not in the same order, and that's the disadvantage of DynamoDB, because by default the items are not in chronological order, so we need to to sort them. And so, but the images are uploaded, and right now will you query? Yeah, it queries the new tweets, like we see this one, and test new images, but it doesn't display them, because displaying an image from S3 is a bit different, because first of all we need to download the image from S3 and then display it, but Amplify provides us with easy components to do so. And let's go to our components, tweet, main container, index, and here it's gonna be image. So instead of an image, we need to display it into a S3 image that we can import from S3 image. We import from AWS Amplify React Native. These are the components provided by Amplify for React Native, and it actually has the same props like source, style, and so on. So let's try to save and hope that it will work. No, it doesn't have the same prop. Instead of key, instead of source, I'm sorry, it has a key, and in our case the key will be tweet image. So let's save, and let's hope that they are downloading right now, or what. Yeah, again fucked up. So it's not key, it's image key. Save, please work. Yep, yeah. They're displayed. Not sure if... Oh, this one is not displayed because it's using the previous image URL, which is not in our S3 bucket, but the newly created images are looking dope. So if we create a new, we say images are looking dope. Let's pick an image. Yeah, these are not the dope images, but you get the idea. So tweet, we wait a bit until it loads, and if we refresh it, we see it here. Images are looking dope. Yep, and that's how you add custom images and custom content that users will be able to upload. We can check this content using, I'm not sure if Amplify console storage will work to be implemented. To be implemented, it's not yet implemented, but we can go manually to our AWS account, to S3, and find the name of our bucket, public. No, it's not this one, that one I was testing. Yeah, this one, Twitter clone Vadim, public, and here we can see all the images that the users has uploaded. Yeah, and after that we can, as you saw, we can easily display these images using the S3 image that we import from AWS Amplify React Native, and it will display an image from an S3 just by having its key. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Yeah, right now we can like tweets, we can upload images, tweet, register, sign up, log in, view the feed with tweets, and so on. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with what it turned out. I think this is the end of a Twitter build, and during the next week I will start working at new projects, something interesting again, probably more interesting. Let me know down below what other application are you interested for me to clone, and yeah, we'll check them out and see what I can do in the next videos. Everything will be on GitHub, so go ahead, check it out. You can leave a star there, but I encourage you to follow along the videos and start from the beginning. You will see how to set up the project from scratch. You will see how to develop the UI firstly, and after that we get into backend in the second video. So follow along, because this way you can actually learn when you're doing it yourself. Because when you're looking, you might say like, okay, I understand that, but if you have to do the same thing after a couple of days, you will forget. So yeah, that's how our brain works. Like, we should do something to really memorize and be able to do it in future, and not only once but multiple times to actually remember. So yeah, do that, because it will be great also for your portfolio in future, if you plan to get a job or to get promoted or get clients as freelancer, anything. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm pretty tired. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and I will do more of these videos in future. Yeah, stay hydrated.